Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy, V3, back with another kicking action figure review. A rider-kicking action figure review, that is. Today we are looking at the Bandai Japan movie monster series, Kamen Rider Zero. Kamen Rider number 0, specifically, from Shin Kamen Rider, or I think as it's called on Amazon, Masked Rider Shin. I haven't watched it on Amazon, I saw it in theaters. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I really wanted him. Decided to just go for the movie monster series instead of the figure arts. I did get the figure arts Shin Kamen Rider. But for a lot of the other Shin Kamen Rider characters, I think I'm just gonna, go for the cheaper option, which is also the bigger option, as you'll see in size comparisons. But this is Kamen Rider Zero, the real final foe of the film. He's a butterfly and not a grasshopper. And it has a burp function. I'm kidding. But he's got 2 turbines, so he's twice as strong. And you can see kind of like the butterfly design in his chest. And on his head, you can see he's got his little proboscis or whatever it's called. The antennae, which are bent way out of shape because they shipped this guy to me in a bag, which didn't say fragile or anything, so he just got thrown around. Thank goodness there's not a bunch of paint scuffing or anything. He actually looks good. You can see he got all his hair. Scarf. You gotta love the scarf on the riders. But yeah, he's pretty good. Actually, I think the paint is kind of a lot better than I expected. Movie monster series paint these days can be hit or miss. And I was kind of really glad that it wasn't a miss. You got a nice, good bit of metallic paint on the head, and even some metallic paint on the chest. It's not the cleanest right here, but it is there. So I'm very happy that he seems to be painted up very well. Pretty cool. He has the articulation you would expect him to have. The 360 arms and the waist, which is a little oval that you can spin around. So what kaiju YouTubers used to call the ultra articulation. I don't think any of those old YouTubers make videos anymore. They moved on, alas. Oh well, though. He's pretty cool. Really like him. Let's put him down, and then I'll bring you the tag. You can see Shin Kamen Rider. On the opposite side, you got the butterfly. Kamen Rider number 0. All the stuff on the inside. God, I love Kamen Rider so much. I wish they would have done a home video release for this movie like they did for Shin and Ultraman. Shin and Ultraman. Godzilla and Ultraman. But alas, they don't seem to have it. But you know what I do have? Size comparisons. First up, let's compare him with another movie monster series figure from the same movie. Phase Variation Bata-Og, which is maybe supposed to be Battle-Ogs. I don't know. But that's pretty cool. These are the kind of Shocker Riders, or the Shin adaptation of Shocker Riders that are in the film, as denoted by the yellow on the neck. Yeah, they're about the same size. That actually looks really good to me. I'm very happy with it. Especially since I got both these guys really cheap. Like, really cheap. I think this guy was like 12 bucks maybe, and then he was $8. That's really good for imported movie monster series figures. That's really good. Wow. 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 Anywho, let's move on. What about the Rider Hero series? Yes, this is the line of Kamen Rider toys for kids. And we have Kamen Rider Saber Dragonic Knight, who is good height-wise, and he's much bulkier, but that kind of makes sense. He's kind of got a thinner adaptation of a Showa look, and this is a very kind of late Heisei Reiwa kind of style. Let's say Reiwa. I think he is Reiwa, right? Because was he after 01? Because 01 is the first Reiwa. He was after 01, right? Or was he right before it? No, Zio was right before it. So he's Reiwa. It's so hard to remember. There's so many riders. But he's much bulkier because he's got like all the armor. And then also this kind of skirt thing. So yeah, you know what? I actually do think it works. It looks pretty good. And I know I've been sitting on this Kamen Rider Saber forever, but I promise it'll be really soon because I'm about to review a whole bunch of Kamen Rider stuff in this one sitting. So his review is coming soon, as is the Battle-Og I just got the battle log and this number 0. But both of these other reviews are coming soon. Okay. Now, how about the Sentai Hero series? You know, because Kamen Rider crosses over with Sentai all the time. A lot of people have been hoping for a Shin Super Sentai, but to be honest, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Super Sentai is... It's just really lighthearted, and I don't know if the Shin treatment would lend to it as well as some of these other franchises. But here is 2 Kaiser from the Sentai Hero series. His scale well. Yeah, he's a little taller than number 0, but no more than a normal human might be, you know? That works out. So he's going to work out with your Rider and Sentai Hero series stuff as well as the movie Monster series. Of course, here at this show, we always say that as long as a figure scales well with its own line, which this one does, then it has good scaling. So I like that. Now, we got to keep going, because there are more Kamen Rider lines. Like the Rider Kicks figure, which are these smaller action figures that often have many accessories, like Kamen Rider Zeo here. Much too small. That's like if a child was a Kamen Rider. So the Rider Kicks figures are not going to work with him. Oopsie. I don't have many Riders Kicks figures, but I do like them. And that guy and 2 Kaiser have both been reviewed, by the way. Another one that has been reviewed and is a Kamen Rider. It is the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Amazon Omega? No, not Omega. Sigma. Sorry. Kamen Rider Amazon Sigma. This is a Tamashii Web exclusive figure and one of my favorite SH Figure Arts. And he is kind of short. That's not really gonna work out. And I do hate that, because it's a very cool figure. Really too bad. Too bad. Also, everyone say hello to Naughty Cat. She's joining us now. And I'm recording this June 11th, 2024, and she turned 8 yesterday. Hooray! Happy birthday, Naughty. Big girl. Woo! She's a Russian blue. They live to be about 20 years if you take really good care of them and stuff. But they do have a high risk for obesity, which I do worry about with her. Anyway, that's enough about the birthday girl. Let's do one more Kamen Rider, and then we'll move on to some other Toku lines. Here is the Best Match Kamen Rider Build Rabbit Tank. This is one of the gimmicky toy lines that kind of really got replaced with the Rider Kicks figures a lot. He's about figure art size, so he's not going to work with the Movie Monster series either. Oops. But now, how about some other lines? Here is the quote-unquote all-new Ultra Hero series Jeanbot, who's one of Ultraman Zero's pals. Height-wise and stuff, they work together, but Jeanbot is a giant ship that transforms into a robot. So, of course, this Kamen Rider would be able to exist inside him, but if they were both human-sized, this would really work. Especially if you display all your Toku heroes together, your Henshin heroes, that is, whether or not they're kaiju-sized or whatever, then they'll still look good in a display together. So that's nice. And there's also the Ultra Hero Orb, Ultraman Orb Thunder Barester. Very small guy. Very tiny. Oopsie. And then there is the Ultra Action Figure Ultraman Zero Beyond from Ultraman Geed. Also a little too short. He's about the figure arts best match size. I have reviewed all 4 of those, by the way. Just FYI. At least I think I have. And I've also reviewed this guy, the Ultra Monster Series Artificial Life M1. You probably know him from Ultra Q or Ultraman X. Maybe? Because I think in Ultra Q he's more human-sized, at least at first, isn't he? I actually don't remember. I haven't finished Ultra Q. It's not something I've watched on repeat. But I still think he's too small, even for that. Because it'd still be a dude in a suit. So yeah, he's a little small. Now let's move on to Power Rangers. Get Ultraman out of the way, we'll do Power Rangers. first up, we have the Hasbro Dino Fury Hinge Man that we recently reviewed, relatively recently. That could work, like he's thinner and shorter, but he's also like one of the henchmen kind of things, so you would expect him to be a little smaller than the big bad. That's okay, you could make that work. Now this is the line that a lot of Western collectors probably want to see him with. It is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which is sadly now defunct, but you know what? That actually looks good. Huh. Yeah, he looks pretty good with this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Tyranno Sentry Target exclusive from Boom Comics. I'm actually quite digging that. Yeah, because you kind of got this newer comic book design, and then you also have this newer movie design. They look good together, design-wise and size-wise. I really like that. But that is it for size comparisons. So, what are my final thoughts on the Bandai Japan Namco Kamen Rider number 0 from the Movie Monster series and the Shin Kamen Rider movie? He's good. If they wouldn't have shipped him to me in a bag, his antenna would probably be fine. You can just use the boiling water, ice water trick to fix them, which I'm going to have to do eventually. But his paint is better than I expected, because a lot of Movie Monster series that I've gotten recently have been disappointing. If you watched my Godzilla -1 review, he had very disappointing paint. But this guy's not like that. I think he's got a good paint job all over. You know, there's no wash or anything, but this is a cheap kid's toy in Japan, and I got it cheap over here. This is supposed to be like the basic version of this character. I really like it. I think it came out really well, and I think that you should get it. If you're a big Kamen Rider fan and you really liked the Shin Kamen Rider movie, which you can watch on Amazon, I think it's called Master Rider Shin on there, definitely check it out. Great film, fun toy. But that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.